wants to laugh? Which fandom should I be? Infinite Nerd Theorem, petting my cat, reading Squid Facts. Infinite Nerd Theorem, ain't no tricks in this ocean. Infinite Nerd Theorem, twist of fate, a royal flush. Infinite Nerd Theorem, let's go!
Hello, you glorious listeners. It's another week, and it's another week of Infinite Nerd Theorem, or better yet, Int Free, your favorite podcast. And I'm the Nerdy Cephalopod, and I'm joined by my favorite friends again. First up, we have Int Pancakes,
Hello.
Sir Tricky Dick,
YOLO.
and of course, the ever, well, Jen. Ocean Crest.
Yeah, I'm here too.
Now, how is everyone doing today?
I had half of pumpkin pie for lunch.
Sounds like a great time.
Wait. I want to go back to this half of pumpkin pie, because pumpkin pie is like one of my favorite desserts in the world, so...
It was left over from Thanksgiving.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How was everyone's Thanksgiving, by the way? Because did everyone have an all right Thanksgiving?
Mine was awkward.
I had a Bridgerton marathon.
Oh. Wait, is that good or bad?
Well, it was with my in-laws, so also awkward.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
That is very great. And you know what? So for one of our first topics, I want to do a reverse of what Jen did to us a couple weeks ago when she had us think of the most horrible movie we went to. Because I don't want to bring us down. I want to bring us up. I want you guys to tell me about what was the movie, what was the theatrical experience to where it like brightened you, like you felt inspired to where you were like, I want to create, I want to do something like this. What was that movie? What was it?
Does it have to be like at the theater?
You know what? I'll change it. It does not need to be at the theater, Jen.
Because I've never had a good experience at the theater.
That is
Wow.
way too restrictive of a. That is way too restrictive. I will expand it to anything. What was it that inspired you? That you felt that glow, that you were like, my God, this. If I could ever do something, I wish it could be something like this.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I fell in love with Ocarina of Time specifically for the Nintendo 64. I bought like the guidebooks that had like the art pasted in the sides, and I just like draw it constantly, and I loved it, and I wanted to do that, and I got really into Warcraft 3, and I'm like, oh man, when I grow up I want to work for Blizzard.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you
Yeah.
glad that didn't come true?
I'm so glad that didn't come true, man.
But so it was basically Ocarina of Time where you felt that spark grow.
Well, it was the first time that I realized that art was required to make video games.
Okay, you know, we're going to come back to that because I want to know more. So,
No. Let's stay on that.
Okay, yeah. Let's stay on this because this is actually very interesting. Jen,
Oh, yeah?
tell me more in depth, like, because this is actually very fascinating. Because I like the fact that you chose Ocarina of Time. Like, tell me more about what was it that really drew you into it.
I don't know, dude. The cutscenes at the time were great, and they just made me go like, what? What's going on in the story, man? And it was like, then the guidebook that we got had just like really beautiful art in it from like, I guess, the concepts and stuff. I like the idea of how people could come up with these monsters that you're
Also,
supposed
like a
to fight.
sketchbook.
It was like, well, they had like the art, like the splash art for each thing.
Mm.
in it, and I just like, oh, how did somebody come up with this? And that led me into buying back then, because they didn't really have a lot of art books for games way back in the early late 90s. But when like Final Fantasy 9 came out, I loved that game. And they did have an art book for that. And I bought that, and I basically drew everything from it.
Okay, so it really seems like what really moved you and really captivated you, because like you were saying, you found out, you basically pieced it together that you need to have good art in a video to make a good video game. But it really feels like you were captivated by just the artwork side of
Well, I was captivated by the fact that they were able to put like what was created as an idea and then turn it into an actual game. So it's like from the idea to the game.
Okay. Now, for one last part of this, I'm sorry, guys. This is what's going to happen for each of you. I want you to put me back into a scene with Little Jin. When you're playing Ocarina of Time, take me there. Take me to the moment, to like one of the moments when you're playing Ocarina of Time, to where you were just like in your words, wah, wah. Just take us there, Jin. What scene was it really for Little Jin?
Dude, it was early on in the game though.
Really?
Because yeah, I
Holy
know I
shit.
love the whole game, but like that first time that you laid eyes on the Deku tree and everything, and it just like created this like moment of, oh god, it's so big and you're so small kind of thing.
Oh, you know what? That is holy shit. That is actually a damn good scene to say. Yeah, because that's actually how I felt when I was young, when I first played that around. The moment you meet the Deku tree, I can even remember me in that age with my high pitched ass voice.
And then the very second moment in that game that makes you realize how big the game is the moment you get out of Kokiri Forest, and it kind of does that like sprawling landscape thing, where you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many places to go. It's such a big field, and that's like not even all of it.
Yes, that is damn. Yeah.
So if you
just hearing all that now is just filling me up with appreciation for the game again.
So what would Little Jen sound like? Like, how would her voice articulate that wow?
Oh, I thought you were actually asking what my voice sounded like when I was
That's
little.
exactly what I'm asking you.
that
I need you to role play
exactly
as
what
your
Richard's asking.
8-year-old
Come on,
self.
please.
Well, let me put it this way. My parents couldn't tell my brother and I apart on the phone, so take that.
Even at 8 years old?
As what you will.
I think
yes.
I think your timeline's a little off there.
Up until he finally went through puberty and his voice changed, our voices were basically so similar our parents couldn't tell us apart on the phone.
Wait, so your voice didn't change whatsoever from now and then when you were 8?
No, my voice changed slowly but steadily, but along with my brother's. Until he hit puberty and it went off in a different direction.
Oh, now.
So what did you sound like as a kid, though?
Richard wants you to give us an impression of exactly what you sound like as a kid.
I can't. I really can't. You put me on the spot for it too. No,
we're gonna come back to you, Jin.
Oh, you better start thinking.
Oh,
you
no.
better start thinking. Now, it's time for us to go to someone who I know has been hiding away, hoping we go to her last or maybe forget her in this segment. Miss Cat. It's your turn.
Cat?
Okay.
Oh, you're right, Mrs. Cat.
Yeah, Miss Cat is my mother. Who is also a Mrs. Cat.
Okay, but Cat, same question though.
Honestly, for me, I would say it's weird, but it's also me, so I guess not surprising. American Spaghetti Alice.
Ooh.
A what?
Oh.
It's a game that basically taking the world of Alice in Wonderland and making it Psychosis.
Ah, okay, now I remember that.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, oh, I like this nice innocent thing turning dark. It's great.
That's interesting. Yeah, tell us more about this. Like, take us back to
Yeah. What
even
would,
littler cat.
yeah.
Yeah, what did Little Cat sound like?
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Oh,
I never changed.
but take us back to Little Cat. When Little Cat was playing American McGee's Alice, what was it specifically? What was the scene really like that blew you away?
Honestly, it's the same with both the games. I like just each segment of the world, like just the entire thing that's going on with them. And like it's like just try to make it as twisted as possible and like going through a mind of a fractured person. And I just found it like really interesting. And I guess that's why all my characters are crazy somehow, because I like it's always stuck in my head.
Yeah.
That's actually going into my next topic. You're beating me, Kat. You're going too far in the future. Hold back on to thinking about that keep that thought in the back of your head, though.
Okay.
Wait.
That's
Why-
actually very important of what I wanted to talk about next. So I'm actually going to break rotation. Mr. Richard, I'm going to have you go last. I will actually go next.
Okay.
So I know everyone here is probably going to expect me to say something extremely dark or horror related, but it was actually watching The Simpsons. Seeing the joy that my family got every Friday evening, the closeness that we got to have, that's really what inspired me back to when I was freaking, good Lord, even when I was 7 years old watching The Simpsons, going, hey, Dad, am I really like Homer? Yes, you're a little mini Homer. Now shut up. It's like, I don't understand how you do stupid shit like that and you're only 7. How? And how do you get in these situations? But it was always fun, and that's something my family, we still do to this day. We always relate which character in an animated show are we. To this day, I'm still fucking Homer Simpson. That's all I am, is Homer Simpson or Tina.
Well then,
Oh.
B, let me ask you.
Yes.
Of us 3 here, of your friends here,
Mhm.
who are we to you in animated universe?
I can actually tell you that all right now because I've actually
What?
related each one of you to a character.
I
What?
figured you already did.
This is actually not supposed to be bad. This is just what I do,
It's-
guys. I'm
he
sorry.
says it's not supposed to be
I'm just
bad.
confused. Like, who sits there and relates other people to characters? I don't do
This
that.
guy who I knew he did it, which is
Wow.
why I asked him the question.
Wow, Richard, that really hurt, man.
I'll just be quiet now.
No, you can keep going, dude. You're allowed to.
No, that's
Dude,
Yes,
I have
I'm not
chastise
saying
him
you
more.
can't-
Chastise him more.
You're not allowed to not voice your opinion. If you think something's weird, go ahead
Oh,
and say it, dude.
that shit's
Yeah, I'm weird. I'm a
bro.
weirdo, dude. I know
Yeah,
this.
that's fucking weird.
I know, man.
bro.
I know.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You could be out here thinking
Never.
No,
out
you
there.
don't need to go that far. He can be weird. He doesn't need to be ashamed.
No, he should be ashamed. He should. Come on. He should be.
Unless that's your kink, and then you should be very ashamed you're not in person.
And
Yeah, stop
And-
involving me with your kinks, weirdo.
my kink is kink shaming. It works out well.
But Jen, so to answer some questions here, Jen is Patty and Selma put together.
Oh,
From what? Oh,
From
the
Simpsons.
ants. Yeah.
Yep. You're Patty and Soma. But before you think this is a negative, I would actually like to talk about one of the future episodes because they actually talk about how being positivity for women's beauty is just like, why should you fucking
Whoa,
care if
whoa,
anyone has
whoa.
negative things to
Whoa,
say
whoa,
about you?
spoiler alert.
Good
Yeah,
catch, Cat.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'll just put it like this: they represent strong women, and I equate that to Jen. So if anything, she's more like Patty and Selma, but if anything, kind of like the original Phil and Lil's mom. Fuck. God damn it.
Oh,
God damn
Yeah.
it. I can't remember her name now.
right, the one with the manly voice. Right.
but
The one
she,
who's a construction worker.
Yeah, that one.
that
And
they
also
butchered
was
that
hotly
they butchered
debated
in,
as a lesbian. Yeah.
that they butchered in the remake, and it's like, no, she was just a fucking strong woman. That's all she was.
Her name's Betty, by the way.
Thank you. But I equate Jen to like Betty.
Yeah, that's right.
Kat, she is Mandy from fucking Grim Adventures from Billy and Mandy.
Well, hold up.
Wow.
What? What?
I'm not angry at everything.
Okay. You are selling the Mandy character very short, Kat. Mandy was very deep. She was more than just angry. She represented, because she actually was happy. She had moments where she would be genuinely enjoying something, but then Billy or Grim would do something to disrupt her peace. And it's like, all right, time for me to put a little actual intelligence in the situation and put everyone back in their place. It's like, no, bad.
So you're
then,
saying
of
she's a
course,
control freak?
No, because Mandy could ultimately give a shit less about having control over people.
She could give a shit less.
I'm sorry, I said it the wrong way. She gives a shit. She doesn't care. There's.
You couldn't give a shit less.
Yeah. She just no.
Wait,
That's not her cup of tea.
Okay.
Also, I feel like I care too much. And then it becomes a problem.
Okay. So Kat disagrees with this caricature. Who would you
So
replace
then
that
she's
character
saying
with?
she's more like
What's
Princess
a runner-up?
Bubblegum.
Princess Bubblegum.
Princess
Yes,
Bubblegum.
Cat is Princess Bubblegum.
Princess Bubblegum.
I see that.
Princess
Yeah.
Bubblegum.
She does like the color pink.
That was my backup right there.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to help make a lemon guard unalive?
Yes.
Oh god, I wish I could do that voice.
I want to help.
Now, Richard,
Years.
you,
Me.
you,
Oh no.
you're Boomhauer.
Why?
You're my chill, cool, relaxed friend.
Who gets cheated
Do I
on.
mumble that much?
God damn
Okay,
it! It
come on
wasn't
right now,
supposed
man.
to be an attack on your speech, dude. I was meaning for the character, an actual. God,
Oh, the
am I
content of his character and the whole
Yeah.
his whole character is mumbling.
No, Boomhauer is deeper than that, man. I thought Boomhauer was awesome.
Yeah, maybe with subtitles.
God damn it. Fine. I'll go with my backup.
What's your backup?
Bob.
From Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
Because
You got a good you have a really big heart, and
it's a medical
you-
condition.
God damn it, dude. You're funny. You're really funny, just like Bob. And you're an amazing person to hang out with, just like Bob.
Okay.
And you love to create. And granted, I know Bob is a chef and he makes burgers, but you create music, and that's your passion. And you're about your passion, just like Bob.
It's true. It's true. I do like to flip guitars.
Now, B,
You would be Scooby for sure. You're definitely a Scooby.
thank you. I actually accept this. I am very happy by this. I accept this.
I would have gone with
100%.
Shaggy.
God damn it! I accept this too. These are compliments. I am very
That's-
happy. Thank you
That's
very
an
much.
insult. Scooby's way smarter than Shaggy.
I wasn't even thinking of the intelligence factor. I just thought of an actual awesome character who would be genuinely nice to be
I
around.
mean, yeah, Scooby's a fucking talking dog. That takes some effort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
like,
kind of
either way, I
hurdle
say
the
thank
fucking
you-
talking
thank you,
dog
Jim.
has to jump over?
Like, in all honesty, I
think
thought Jim was gonna say fucking someone like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh my god.
Nah.
But I actually take that as a big compliment because that means Jen doesn't see me as an asshole or someone genuinely that's horrible to be around.
I don't see you as a grumpy old man.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
But- damn it, I look way too deep into characters. I was just thinking on the lines of just being always mean, depressed, and shit.
All right.
And on grounds like that.
What about Brian?
Now for Brian. Brian's fucking Fred.
Oh my god,
From
he's cheating on
Scooby-Doo?
Kat?
God damn
Fred
it!
from what?
I
There's
just
so many
meant
Freds.
from his mask, from Fred from Scooby Doo, because Fred is.
I'm
He's
sorry, you
not
said
that
he's fucking
pompous.
Fred.
Wait,
Or
you
gay.
think Fred is? Oh my god!
that ascot is compensation.
Okay, I changed. I'm changing.
That's a
again.
flag.
God damn.
He got that ascot from all the ass he got.
Okay then. Okay, then you want to know? Actually, in all actuality, I have to give it to him. I have to say, actually, change it all away. Brian is fucking Mordecai from Regular Show.
Oh, you know what? I like that. Good show. Good character.
And B is very insightful. And I'm sorry, goddammit, because this is for Richard. Brian is very insightful.
That's right.
He has a very caring heart. He has a very, very caring heart. And he cares a lot about his friends. And once again, he's another person who is very creative. Even though he suffers from aphantasia, he can still create and make awesome stories. So, yeah.
Mm.
Those are the type of characters I equate to you guys.
There's one connecting trait that all of them had. They all had big hearts.
Well, that's what I think of you guys. I think of you as because you put up with me.
I was gonna say, could I be the Marceline to Kat's bubblegum?
Well, actually,
Aw.
Jen, Marceline would be a good fit for you. Actually, that's just my opinion, but I think that would
very
be a good fit
negative.
Yeah.
for you.
What?
Likes rock and roll.
No.
I never see the sun anyway, man.
Has a thing for the Ice King. That was the character's name, right?
Yeah, actually, no. It was Simon, the Ice King. You're right,
Simon.
Richard.
Ah,
Yeah, you're right, dude. And it's
been a
not that she
while.
had a thing for him. It's because he raised her when she was a little girl.
oh
'Cause
wait,
he's the one
yeah.
who took her to her
Shit.
father, Hudson Abadir. He actually.
I take
asked
that back.
him
I
to start
take that
taking
back.
care of her.
More spoiler alerts.
Oh, shit! My
Well-
bad. I'm sorry, Kat. I'm
Kat, have
sorry.
you not seen all of
I
it?
apologize. No. I'll shut up.
No,
No,
didn't
scold
have
Cat for not
TV.
watching good shows.
I did not have TV for most of my
That
life. So
That is no excuse.
Nah, I feel like an ass. Yeah, I could have just kept it simple, just to say no. It was just his Simon. There we go.
don't worry. Brian makes it very clear with every movie I haven't seen as well.
That's my
That's
boy.
a wonderful relationship we have there, Kat. It's not like I wouldn't kill Max if he did that to me.
Now, Richard, it is your turn. What was it for
Oh.
you? What was it that
Oh.
gave you that big moment of inspiration, that moment of spark for little Richard?
Oh god, my balls are on fire from that question. Probably. Ooh, I think super bad when I went to go see it in theaters. I was not expecting that movie, but yeah, like the level of comedy in that movie, it like resonated with me, and it still does. It's still one of my favorite comedies ever. It's just so quick, dirty, and realistic too. That's like all of my humor into one movie. But I wasn't that young when I saw that. I was like 19 when it came out.
Yeah. It is, well, you know, even if you're not a child, you can still feel the inspiration at any age.
No, I don't know,
yeah,
man. I'm like never
damn.
inspired anymore. It's awful. Everything sucks now.
Oh man,
Is that just me?
you've grown older and jaded.
I am definitely jaded.
Oof,
Oof.
oof.
No, it's totally fine.
It's the feeling, right? The feeling of oof.
Yeah.
But no,
I live that energy.
Yeah.
Wait. No. We're staying away from the bad energy. Richard,
No,
tell me more
let's
about
go
the humor.
back. No, okay, yeah. No, let's go back to that negative energy because this is me explaining my sense of
Yeah.
humor. This is on question. This is
Okay.
not off topic.
Okay.
See, it's like weird. Like, how weird can I make something is kind of like the direction that movie pushed me towards. Like, if you're not trying to like push a conversation to its weirdest point, you're just letting that conversation be more disappointing. At least for me. You know, it's like.
Is that why you always try to have like really awkward conversations with me?
Yes, exactly.
At least I play off of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Some people don't play off of it well, and I usually leave them alone. But
It's like Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Rec.
I love her.
I
That
do
is my
too.
wife.
Oh, I
Yes,
bet
I
so
do
much.
too.
I bet you do.
She's.
I don't love her
Let's not
that
talk about
way,
my
but I
body
do
pillow.
love her.
What?
You don't love her in the gay way, but close enough.
In a gay way.
But I get you. But I get you.
Okay.
That's the kind of humor you lean towards. The
Oh yeah. She was also one of my favorite characters on that show. So, Parks and Rec. So.
Yeah, she was like one of the best characters on that show.
Wait. What was everyone's favorite Parks and Recreation character?
I'd have to say her. She was great. I loved her. I wanted. Well, no, wait. Oh no, wait. It's between her and what's his name? With the mustache.
Ron Swanson?
Yes, Ron Swanson.
Oh, it's definitely Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson's so good.
All right, I'm gonna
I love
ask you
him
guys.
so
What do you
much.
think? Who do you think was my favorite character?
Aziz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an actor.
Oh God, I could
That's
not
Tom.
stand him. It was actually Chris Pratt's character.
Oh, really?
It's Andy.
Andy,
Yeah,
I loved
Andy
Andy.
was amazing,
He was
yeah.
always my favorite character.
Andy was
April.
third place for me.
Everyone loves Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
But no, it was
well,
Andy,
I don't know
and then
about
of
that.
course, my homeboy. Okay, he had his dad was Henry Winkler.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he was partners to Aziz Ansari. Shit, what was his name? Jean-Ralphio.
Yeah, fucking John Ralphio.
Oh.
Money, please.
Because I'm Jean-Ralphio.
Yeah, him and the guy from that one HBO show. I forget the name of it. They did an improv special, and it was really fucking good.
Ooh.
You should definitely watch it.
I will
You
definitely. I
should
will
link it
definitely
in the
watch that.
Discord.
Yes,
I
please. 'Cause I
think
will
I
definitely check it out.
will.
I will definitely check that
Yeah,
out.
I did like Ron Swanson and Andy.
And then yeah, number 3 is Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
April and Ron tie for me, and then Andy comes in third place because first and second is just straight up tie.
Now, has anyone noticed something very important from what I asked with the first question? Because we've always been asking like what type of characters. We've been recently asking like alternate universe, what type of D&D character archetypes do we go with? Well, what I want to talk about now is looking at what was that first piece of media that really inspired you and sparked you. Look at your characters and stuff that you enjoy to make now, and really think about how it links up. I think this is going to be fun, guys, to talk about.
Link.
Because, and you know what? I'll actually start this off because it's actually a surprising contrast the way I can go with the way I make my characters, which is very funny and uncanny. Because I can tend to go the route of making weird, villainous characters.
You make dumb twunks.
And dumb twunks.
Chaos evil dumb twunks.
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
That's your archetype.
Yep. Yet, what inspired me was completely different from that. Well, actually, wait, no. Homer is that. Oh my God! It all works back into a circle.
Mm-hmm.
It works back into a perfect circle, and Homer has daddy issues. Oh God, I am Homer.
Welcome to the hero's journey, my friend.
Oh my God!
Now in the trials and
It all
tribulations.
makes so much sense now.
You're now in the trials and tribulations. Welcome to the club.
But so wow, granted, I know I'm making a joke, but it actually is really funny to think that I actually am still kind of going off of what I was initially inspired from watching The Simpsons, kind of building that in my characters. Wow. That's really funny. And let's go to you, Jen.
Oh, like how I build my characters?
Yeah, versus on like what inspired you in Ocarina of Time with like the characters and everything.
Well,
Just
see,
like
I'm still like really craving to find a game that will bring me back to like the first time that I played Ocarina of Time, where it was like, oh my God, like there's so much to explore. And then the first time I played World of Warcraft, where I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much more to explore. And it's just like, I don't see games that get me fired up the same way anymore. So it feels like things have kind of become stale, at least for me. It's why I've kind of moved away from certain genres of video games. Is like I tried to get into Destiny when it first came out. Like there was this commercial that completely sold like the original Destiny when it first came out. It completely sold it to me. And it was like the live action commercials where it seemed like they were just running around fighting things and exploring. And I'm like, oh, that'd be so great. Like you go to each planet and kind of like explore like at least a large area.
I really like those commercials.
I liked them. I liked the live action ones, okay? But it was like when you played the game, like, and I did play through the first Destiny, and I tried to get into the second one for Max's sake because he really wanted a game that we could play together. Is like I just couldn't do it anymore because some of the areas were like so small, and you do the same things over and over again. It would get way too familiar, and there wasn't like enough geography in the game for it to feel like a wide open planet.
That's where I lost my love for it too. That and just the lore wasn't what it was. And it made me sad because I really enjoyed like finding all the bits and pieces.
See, like they did kind of like screw you on the lore for that game. Like you had to really, really search for it, not just in the game, but on their website and like various other places. And it was just.
And then they deleted it for the second.
Yeah.
I collected everything. It was so sad.
It was painful and sad. And then they were like, oh, we're revamping part of the story, so deleted it all. Ugh. But it's like, yeah, no, I'm still craving that idea of adventure in a video game where it's like just go out and find things. Like bring it back to like World of Warcraft, where it's like there are certain areas of the map that you weren't either meant to go find, or it was like so far out of the way that they stick like an Easter egg there. And I thought that was really cool way back in vanilla. And it was just like, I miss it so much. I miss that idea of exploring and finding something that maybe somebody else hasn't found.
Interesting. But I have one other question that's always been on my mind in the past couple of campaigns, games playing with you in tabletop games.
Oh, with me?
Why always the companions?
Oh, okay, so I've had World of Warcraft first character was a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Had a pet. I love having pets. Final Fantasy 11, I was a dragoon. You get a pet. You get a little dragon, buddy. Like I love to have a little animal companion that you're like soul bonded with, and it helps you fight, and it feels like you're a part of this team that obviously doesn't really exist, but I just want it. And they're adorable. And they're adorable.
Okay, see, now this all makes sense. Why, whenever there's the chance to get a companion, you're gonna take it.
Yes, whenever there's a chance to get an adorable companion, I'm gonna take it because I love them. I love them so much.
Now,
you give me a stick with googly eyes, I'm gonna name it, and it's gonna be my new friend.
and you see, you see, I'm loving this conversation that we're having, guys, because it's really showing again with the games that you're saying that inspired and you love goes into what you create now. Guys, I was just about to explain the question again. I was going to type in Discord for you.
Well, you could have just said it again instead of explaining it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Richard, Kat, the question exactly that I was asking is, from what we just talked about, what I asked you, what was your big inspiration? Compare the characters that you create now in tabletop games. Like, is there any kind of connection still to what you were when you were younger, or when you were first saw that versus now? We just pretty much just discovering. Pretty much, I go still off of what I was inspired by when I was a child. So does Jen. How about you, Kat? Because you were talking about America's McGee's Alice, and you like the dark, the happy, and then dark. How does that really compare to like what you make now in your RPG characters?
Well, it also goes back to what's my favorite trope as well.
Oh, please go on, please.
So I like playing like the Fractured Soul, where they're like just basically picking up the pieces of themselves, and kind of like an emotional hero's journey where they're learning to like trust people and like overcome all of like the things that threw them down to become something better. That's how I tend to make my characters.
So like basically every main character in a JRPG.
Well, I mean, but like not physically beaten up, just emotionally beaten up, but for realsies.
It's actually funny because that really does go back to American McGee's Alice, because in that game, that girl goes to the ringer mentally. And she does go through quite an emotional journey. So, yeah, that's really interesting. And I like the fact that that's your favorite trope.
Oh yeah, I'm so basic in my trope because I love the hero's journey.
Well, you like the emotional hero's journey, so that's not really basic.
I like all of them. but also like the subverted one too, like where it's a hero's downfall. Cause
Oh yes.
I like going both ways.
Okay. Yes. Once again, it really shows in what you were talking about earlier in the first topic. And now, Richard, I come to you. Versus going back to what you were talking about with Superbad, do you find yourself leaning towards that way with role playing and RPG characters, or have you gone a different way? Do you try to bring that awkward humor into games?
Oh, you know I do. You know I do.
I was
It's
about
like
to say, you know he
the only-
does.
it's like
I know this
the only-
answer already. I know, but I just want to hear it.
like the only time I speak up is if I want to make things awkward. I can't help it.
And
So
That's
I,
not
I guess
bad,
that's
though.
just me.
That's another thing is like,
It's just I am bound to play the comedian no matter what fantasy outlet I choose.
is that why it was a bad idea for me to take you in that room with the rabbit?
Yes.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
exactly.
that was the worst idea. I could feel Cat and B just like
oh.
They hurt.
"No."
They hurt, and Max gave me a look.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it hurt my soul that you were going completely opposite of all the Fey rules.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I did figure out a lot of puzzles that didn't actually exist, and I created like a new path.
She sure did.
Yeah, look at me forging ahead and creating new paths for adventure.
After you set the other ones on fire.
Yes. Oh, well, you have to burn some bridges to build some new ones, right?
Now,
You shouldn't.
this finally brings me to my final topic. The big one. This all had a final linkage, and that's I want all of our listeners out there to see what can be really fun in RPGs, and because I believe the people who still believe like tabletop games and that are just for, the hardcore nerds, the ones with the thick bottle rim glasses, they haven't met people like you guys. They haven't seen that there can be people who bring something to the table that's more than just your typical stereotypes.
Like
And-
chips.
Don't worry, I still have the glasses.
They're not bottle.
Don't worry, I can still make an elven hunter.
Oh God, Jen, do you realize how much that hurt right now?
Yeah, like
But
I meant
Mm.
archer or whatever.
No,
Ranger,
not
Ranger,
because,
Elven
but no,
Ranger.
because you were going for so
Yeah.
basic. I knew what you were talking about. She's like,
Yeah.
oh God, she's saying
An
Ranger.
elven ranger.
My soul hurts.
Yeah, it hurts, right?
It hurts.
I could still make an elven ranger, my
I know
friend.
you can, but you're not the type of people who are just like, I'm here to roll some dice for combat. I'm not here to listen to a story. No, this is conversation. This is dumb. I'm out of here. Even though Richard says that he likes combat, what you do is you take combat to a fun degree. You want to go wild, wacky, and do the most craziest shit, and I'm all about that.
Yeah, you
I-
didn't even hear the story about how my barbarian jumped a shark
Wait, what?
and then rode it.
Wait. Before I continue anything else, man, you have to tell me this story.
Okay. So Max and I had a friend that he's in the Navy with, and he wanted to DM for once. And so I made a barbarian that was named No One because I thought it would be great. And halfway through the campaign, we all got like we were all able to steal these potions that had like a D100 roll on what they did. Turned my barbarian completely invisible forever. Forever. So I am No One, the invisible barbarian. You can still see my clothes. If I want full stealth, I have to be naked. And I was playing a male character. And so we were on this like raft kind of boat going down the swamp that had sharks in it, and the sharks were attacking the boat. And I just pulled out like 2 javelins, one in each hand, and just jumped off the boat and stabbed them into the shark, and then rode it for a while stabbing it. And it was great. I rolled a crit on that, by the way. I got a natural 20 on jumping the shark.
But you're just really advocating to my point. That is amazing. That is things people need to know that you can do in tabletop games. You don't just have to sit there and say, hey, I rolled this. Okay, I swing a sword. It hits the thing. Okay, next person go.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty fun campaign because we were kind of going buck wild with it.
And part of it is yeah, you got to have the right GM who's going to put up with the right people's nonsense. Yes, that's true, but it ultimately comes down to having the right group of people.
Oh yeah, that DM loved nonsense. He rolled with it.
Good, and that's the type of, it's like rolling with the nonsense. I love it because I feel like you get such greater storytelling from it because it's just like, oh man, I can't wait to see where this goes.
Well, it's like, so he had never DM'd before, and he had only ever seen me DM, and he'd only ever played in my games, so he kind of picked it up from me, where I just kind of go with whatever the players want to do. It's like, it's an open world game. Like, I'll sprinkle some seeds for plots. It depends on what the players want to pick up and go do. Like, if you go left, I guess I'm going to have to stray left. If you're going to go up into the sky, I guess we're going to space now.
Yes, that, oh my goodness. Yes, that is what I love to hear. I mean, each one of you has had moments of brilliance in every campaign I played with you guys.
The eyeball. Is specifically what I remember from your campaign for me is the eyeball. You didn't expect me to ask for it. You want to take one of my eyes? No way.
But you know what? That was the type of thinking I fucking love, man. Because it's like, yes, put me in my place. Make me not expect these type of things. And Kat, I mean, even from the first campaign I played with Kat and Avernus, god damn that fucking smiting little tiny paladin. I will never forget the day I said the line, "Are you the king of children?" Because she was a thief, former thief turned paladin. And my character is so dumb that he couldn't piece it together as she's talking to thieves.
Oh yeah, who could totally know all the paladin rules because there's definitely rules. Probably.
Quite possibly.
Oh my god, and for me, for Richard, his relationship with Gabi will always be a very special place in my
Our
heart.
sweet boy.
Our sweet boy Gabi.
He wasn't so sweet, guys.
Richard made him sweet.
And I hope you're ready, Kat, because either tomorrow, if everyone's free tomorrow, earlier in the afternoon, or we can do it Tuesday, I have a very special little one-shot planned.
Oh yeah, the turkey one.
Yep, honey, we've changed into turkeys.
Where are we gonna have to do our stats?
I will have the character sheets for you, Jen. They will literally only take you 5 seconds to fill out.
Oh, sweet.
They're very easy character creation sheets. I'm very excited, and you can choose any playbook you want from these character sheets. If you want to be an angel, you can be an angel. You want to be a demon, be a demon. You want to be a werewolf, be a werewolf.
Wait, we're werewolves that are being turned into turkeys?
Oh yes.
So here's a good question about that.
Yes.
If you're a werewolf that gets turned into a turkey, do you still retain the ability to turn into a wolf?
I'm so happy you asked that question, Jen.
No, it's gonna be like the red chocobo.
Oh man.
Cat already's beating me to the punch. Because you'll still turn into something horrifying but not necessarily a wolf.
Half turkey, half wolf.
I
Gobble,
would like
gobble, wolf.
I would like to be the one to just cast meteor, because why not?
I love it. And I am going to encourage you guys to please go wild. Have fun with it.
Like, you don't have to encourage us to do that. At least not me.
Well, actually, wait. What am I talking about? Look at the group I'm talking to.
Yeah, if you're to encourage me, it's going to turn out horribly because I'm going to go overboard with it.
Don't go overboard.
So I'm actually going to post the blank fillable PDFs for you guys in the podcast planning here in like a few minutes.
Yeah, but that'll be in a few minutes, so.
And you can take a look at those and get a good idea.
Nice.
And so I've also been thinking about our prompt. And
Wait, we're still doing
I'm
those?
going to go really yes. And
Sweet.
I want to give a prompt for that Richard, that all three of you can, and hopefully, be hosts, so he's not going to do it. But this one, I hope you'll have enough fun. What kind of mimic are you?
Oh, that's easy.
I don't know, ask Kat about the tables.
Oh my god! Yes! I am so happy the fact that you guys already have answers for this. Now, it doesn't have to include any words or I'm just asking. That's the prompt. What kind of mimic are you? I hope that's the one you can have fun with.
You heard their story about their campaign where they killed like every table they saw, right?
No, I have not heard
No.
this
Or
story.
was it like you used every table as a weapon or what?
No. So basically, what happened is just throughout our adventures, when everyone would roll +1, we were usually in a crit 1 or crit fail. I don't know why I was blanking on that. But whenever someone rolled a crit fail, we were usually in a building with like centerpieces and stuff. And so Brian would just go like, "Oh yeah, I guess he tripped and like hit his head on a table." But then it kept happening. So at one point, when someone did it in a forest, it's like out of nowhere, there's just a table right where his head was falling.
Oh,
And so we had a table mimic that was just following us, waiting to strike.
Oh my god. That is the greatest. Oh my god. Literally just waiting for you to fall.
I love it when it turns into like a story point of there's this mimic that's just following you that keeps turning into a table.
This is my moment. Boom! Ah! My one weakness. A table. Well, guys, I think this week's episode has been a really fun one.
Aren't they all?
And I've been this week's host, the Nerdy Cephalopod. Thank you all so much for joining us this week on In Free. And one day we might write the next Shakespeare, but we are going to get a lot of smut first. And to you all, goodbye.
Boy.
Goodbye.
Bye.